Hey everyone, this is a tutorial on how to use Windows SkyDrive and LiveMesh to back up your files to your WakeTech account here. So what we'll be doing is we'll be adding them up here to the SkyDrive, and this is my WakeTech login. So you don't have to get anything in addition to what you have. What I've done for demonstration purposes is I've created a college folder inside of my documents here, and then I've created folders for each one of my classes. Here's English 111. I've downloaded just a couple of files to kind of show how they'll sync up to the internet once we have this going here. So if we open up a new tab, or if you want to go into a new window or whatever, that's fine. And we go to your favorite search engine. You search for LiveMesh. It'll probably be the #1 link on whatever search engine you use. I went ahead and used Bing because it's a Microsoft service, and so is Bing. All you have to do is click Get Windows Live Mesh. Windows Live Mesh is part of Windows Live Essentials 2011. So all we have to do is click on the Download Now. Now it'll ask you if you want to save or run that file. I want to go ahead and run it. And if you have user account control enabled on Windows Vista or 7, you might get this little pop-up asking you if you'd like to let that program run. We're going to go ahead and say yes because we know what it is and we decided to run it ourselves. You'll get this little pop-up preparing to install Windows Live Essentials 2011. And then you can choose to install everything, or you can choose what programs you want to install. We're going to go ahead and just choose to install only what we need, which is Windows Live Mesh. If you already have other programs installed, it'll ask you what programs you want to add. If you want to use other programs, you can use Windows Mail here to access your Windows Live account through MyWakeTech. And what it would do is just download your messages for you. Writer is a really basic program similar to Word. You can have Messenger, Photo Gallery, Movie Maker. Obviously that's nothing that we need right now, but those are tools that could be helpful to you guys if you don't have Word, or if you don't have certain programs, or if you want to check your mail without actually having to log on and have like a local copy of them. You can do that as well. So we're just going to choose Windows Live Mesh and click Next, and then I will come back when this is complete because it will take a few minutes. And we're back. Once it's done installing, it just gives you this nice little done window here. Little notification, Windows Live Essentials is installed. So we're going to go ahead and hit close. And then if you're using Windows 7, it'll bring it up right down here at the bottom. If you're not, you can go to your All Programs, Windows Live Mesh to launch it. You'll see it kind of hanging out down here for a second. Mine is signing on. I don't know that yours will automatically sign on. So this is the name of the PC that I'm on. I called it Demo PC, and that's what it'll show up as for you guys as well. So there's Demo PC, and then you can sync folders. Let's go ahead and log out so you guys can kind of see. This is what should pop up for you guys if you're installing it for the first time, or if you don't have any other Windows Live services installed. All you have to do is put in your username here, and it's going to be your full email address. So for me, it's rvcarlton@mywaketech.edu, and then your password. I choose Remember My ID and Password and sign me in automatically. What's nice about that is when you start Windows, it's going to launch Windows Live Mesh, and anything that you do during this time will automatically be synced up to the SkyDrive. So we're going to go ahead and click Sign In here. And the first time you sign in will take a little bit longer than usual. These are folders that I'm syncing on different computers. That's why these aren't blue. Blue folders are ones that are syncing there. You can also choose to sync your Internet Explorer settings. and your favorites and the Microsoft Office settings. So if you have Word installed with certain templates that you like, or custom dictionaries, or anything, if you're using Outlook on multiple PCs, your email signatures can be synced across. What we're going to do is we're going to set up sync a folder. We're going to go into your documents over here. If you're on Windows XP, you'll have to go through the C drive, users, your username, and then my documents. I'm going to go ahead and click on this top level folder here, because otherwise we'd have to add each one of these individually, and that's why I made it this way with this college top level folder here. So go ahead and add that, and we decide where do we want it to sync to. Now this is my laptop that has LiveMesh installed on it. That's where all these other folders are syncing from. If I wanted to, I could sync my college folder between my laptop and my desktop here. I'm just going to choose a SkyDrive because a lot of you guys won't have this right away. If you guys do have multiple PCs that you use for school, this might be something that's really, really convenient for you guys to sync across all those PCs, any kind of work that you're doing. So we're going to go ahead and just choose SkyDrive for now. And we'll go ahead and see it appear up here, and it'll give us a status. Right now it's sending those files. There's not very much, so it didn't take very long to send it up. I can share it with different people from here. I can add devices. Let's say I didn't want it on my other computer, but now I do. So I click on it and I send it over there. It would give me that ability. It tells you a status. It's up to date. And you can click on these different links to bring you to them. My default browser is Chrome, so it doesn't actually launch like it should. But normally what it would do is it would launch it right up into here. We can close our Windows Live Essentials tab now if we want. We can click on SkyDrive. This is how you'll see them. This is View Synced Folders. You can't actually navigate to them here. They're kind of hidden. So if you click on View Synced Folders, you can see this is everything. All that matches what's in here. For us, it's this college folder, and then those are those folders that are here in my documents under college. If I go to English 111 and look at my syllabus, I can see that it's the same over here, and I can open them up from SkyDrive. So what's convenient about that as well is if you ever need to open any kind of documents up, like let's say you have your week 1 stuff here, you took notes on the MLA PowerPoint, or you did your journal 1 entry in Word and you want to work on it, and you're at your grandma's house and she's taking a nap or whatever, you can pull it up on her computer and work on it right from there. This is the one that I added just some really short text to, so that you can see that it pushes up there. And it's actually really cool. So if we want to, just as a demonstration, we can go here. We'll delete all this. Getting a phone call. Hang on. All right, and we're back again. So we just went ahead and deleted all that text. We're going to close this. We're going to save it. That was the one here on my local machine that I just made that change to. We can see that this is scanning files. We just barely caught that. Now it's up to date. So if we go back over here to our Windows Live folder, this won't immediately be back up to date. We have to re-navigate to that folder. So if we go to week 1 now again, and click on this, and open it, it might take a second to go ahead and update it. We do know that it's been uploaded. It's just about whether it's up to date. There I went ahead and versioned it there on the SkyDrive. There are some limitations to SkyDrive and what it can do for you. If you accidentally delete your files and then Windows Live Mesh is running, it's actually going to push those changes up, where it will be deleted on the other end as well. So you have to kind of be careful about that. Maybe don't run Windows Live Mesh all the time. You can exit it here, close Windows Live Mesh. So any changes that you make or any deletions that you make aren't going to be pushed up to the server at that point. And that way, if you screw anything up, you can just hop on SkyDrive and just re-download it and replace them. That's kind of a basic tutorial on how to use Windows Live Mesh to back up files for school. I hope you guys find that helpful and that it saves some of us from disaster. Thank you. Have a nice day.